Is up, everybody? Welcome to another night of TF2 here at Fireside Casts. I'm your host here, Fleskore. I'm joined here by DeltaMarket with Dr. Underscore here on production. How you doing today?
We're doing great. Really excited to cast these really close advanced teams. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, the two teams that we have here is we have TSM and HAMSTERDAM. Both of them are currently 2-1. This is week 2B. Both of these teams elected to play Snakewater, as Advanced now does the pick ban system. And it's looking like a really interesting fight. Both of these teams, one respectable loss. Actually, both lost 1-5 against their respective teams earlier in the season. But yeah, it's honestly going to be really interesting just seeing both of these play. Snakewater's one of the staple maps. It's a big pug map, but uh, it's also a really fun one because you get to see a lot of dry pushes just because how big and wide it is, especially second. Offers a lot of opportunities, just to jump around, and there's a good ebb and flow to this map, kind of like process.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of really familiar names on both the teams. We've seen Fancy Sun and Bunny or Five Honey play in a lot of invite qualifiers or also advanced playoffs when some of them have rang for teams. And a lot of these players have just kind of been around in the advanced division for quite a while.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when Fancy Sun first made his invite debut. That was a big one. But just wanting to play here in advance, possibly playing with a few friends. I see, a lot of familiar faces. Just Mouse Cake, Weeb Whacker as well. Another invite. Or used to play invite. I'm pretty sure. Big medic staple. Probably one of the most solid medics I've ever played against and played with.
Yeah, definitely. He's been really great with the arrow kills, just staying alive. We'll have to see how the matchup plays off. And speaking of medics, Rave AC is a well-known medic main, and he's playing Pocket Soldier. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah, honestly, going down the roster of here, TSM, we have Magic and Apt on the scouts. Apt needs no introduction. Probably one of the best scouts in this division, if not at least in North America, just because he's just he's incredibly gifted. He's been playing the game for a while. Played invite back in the ESCA days, which just seemed like way too long ago. We have Rave and Strom as the soldiers again. Rave medic main going to pocket, which seems really interesting. We've seen this a few times. We're just hoping that it works out for TSM. It does seem to be working out because they only have 6 rostered and they're 2-1 for the season. We have Sasuke on demo. I'm not going to say the full name because and we have Yop as the medic, who honestly I haven't really heard of before today. I did a little bit of research. Seems to be an up and coming medic, and I'm really excited to see what they have to bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely. As we said, experienced players and newer players, always good to see how those matchups end up going. And Snakewater is definitely the map for it. And it looks like we are going live. Do you want to take away the first mid? And
Sounds good.
Maybe mention one player to look out for on each team?
Sounds good to me. I think at this point I'm gonna be focusing here on Mouse Cake this mid. I've played against Mouse Cake a whole lot, and looks like both of the demos are going to be arriving at around the exact same time. Just going to be throwing out stickies here and there, and we do see an instant bomb coming in straight from Strom. It's going to be going down, but that's going to be 2 frags going in from the side of red. Sunny is going to be taking down Yop, so that's no heals on the side of red at all. And it seems to be that this mid is all but one. They probably do want to coordinate something. Rave is going to be trying to get something in. We do see a big bomb. Weeb Whacker already out of the question. Is going to be taking a little bit of damage. Kind of scratched his knee a little bit. But this is going to be a decisive mid for HAMSTERDAM.
Yeah, definitely. That salvage at the end. TSM kind of gambling that players on blue would be close, but they knew what was going on, and they were playing all the way back in lower. So that aggression just didn't work out for them. Seems like Weebwhacker is already on second with his team. This is going to be full Uber advantage as they're already going lower. Probably going to bomb their demo and scout, get in immediately. Looks like they're just going lower. Mousecake putting the sticky down, trying to jump through, gets stuffed a little bit. The second point isn't capped yet. Mousecake is putting traps up on the left spawn as Rave AC is getting caught out. But now, one player down. It's really up to Throat to pull this out. Sunny is gonna. Sunny was gonna initiate by bombing across, but Apt and the demo man, Sasuke, has done a great job defending the point, but Raygun is getting all these kills.
No.
3 of them for the scouts. Just absolutely making mincemeat out of TSM.
Hey, that was honestly a pretty textbook. That was a pretty textbook round, mid to last. You saw they didn't necessarily rush things, and I honestly love seeing that from them. Was they understand that they didn't have second yet, so instead they elected just to get a whole lot of position and just kind of force TSM into one corner, which allowed them to shove them. As we go here into the second mid, let's see if there's going to be any big changes. Again, we are going to see Strom trying to go for a little bit of early damage with a big bomb, but we are going to see a big double bomb for the Soldier. Yup is going to be going down to Fancy Sun, but Strom and Rave are going to be finding frag. Mousecake is going to trade off with he's going to trade off Strom, but looks like the frags are actually in favor of TSM here. They don't necessarily have a medic, but there's no medics here to be found at all. It's just going to be 2 scouts and a demo on the side of HAMSTERDAM, and they are going to have to be leaving. They're going to be conceding this mid, and it is going to be a big win for TSM. Both of the medics did die at roughly at the same time, so it is going to be relatively even Ubers.
Yeah, that's what TSM was looking for after losing that round. They wanted to win a mid, put themselves in the driver's seat, and that's exactly what they did. Really close, slow mid, but the DM for TSM kind of seemed to work out for them. Both medics, of course, died, so both teams are working on building up their Uber right now. Raygun's peeking a little bit in lower, but I'm not sure if he's actually going to go for anything here. Looks like both medics are building.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be heading into a little bit of a stalemate here. No off classes just yet. I'm expecting if a soldier bomb doesn't necessarily work out, or if a drive push doesn't work out, maybe sniper or spy. But it's honestly gonna be really difficult. Looks like TSM actually does have a little bit of an Uber advantage, and they do want to be sending in people. We do see Strom trying to be sent in, but that's gonna be a double sack coming in here. Strom's gonna be landing fast, and actually does get a force from Weebwhacker. Landing directly on his head. Weeb is just going to pop safely, not going to risk it at all. And that's going to be a massive Uber advantage coming in here.
Yeah, definitely not what HAMSTERDAM was going for. Looks like we have Fancy Sun bombing in, trying to get this force off, landing towards Kitchen. The Uber does come off by the side of Yop, but it looks like TSM isn't actually going to be able to find anyone with it. Actually, Fancy Sun does go down in the back lines. Raygun is still causing chaos back there. Magic just running in through Saw, taking a 1v1, but gets cleaned up by Sunny. And when all is said and done, HAMSTERDAM has Uber advantage, and the player count is even.
Yeah, it seems to be like honestly, HAMSTERDAM played that really well, understanding that they're gonna be trying Uber into us. Let's just try to force the issue, and then just take the positional advantage. And so with this massive Uber advantage, they're gonna be slowly funneling in here into mid, trying to poke and prod, do a little bit of a spam battle around here. Strom is trying to find something, but actually did manage to get another good force off the Weebwhacker. Strom has actually been playing phenomenal. Not necessarily getting a whole lot of frags, but that impact play of forcing Weebwhacker of all medics is pretty. That's honestly a feat. Yeah, that's going to be Uber advantage here coming in from Yop.
That was definitely a huge play. Got a really good timing by bombing out of Kitchen there. Didn't look like any of the scouts were ready for it. Now TSM with their Uber advantage is already poking into Saw. Let's see which doorway they decide to go. Seems like it's going to be the big door entrance here. Sasuke has cleared the stickies out. He might be trying to go in without using...
Oh no, Rave.
Rave does fall though. Sunny looks like will get cleaned up, traded out for it. Yop is being really slow here, and App finally getting a kill, and Fancy Sun trying to bomb into Catwalk goes down. That's 3 down for HAMSTERDAM, and they didn't get the force off.
That's honestly really beautiful. They kind of baited them into Saw there, and just allowed, we're just gonna play the heals. These people are gonna be sacking in. They did unfortunately lose their Uber advantage. And looks like they're just gonna be wanting to push here regardless. So it did necessarily cost them a big payoff. They wanted to stack, try to deny spawns, but I would have rather liked to just push forward, just push the Uber advantage as much as possible, and then just play. But again, Strom coming in here, both Strom and After doing incredible jobs, forcing Weed Whacker. That is the third force. It's going to be those two. And again, TSM is going to have to play a little bit passive here, but understanding that they have full Uber advantage yet again. Same Uber as before, but this is going to be a little bit precarious. They only have 3 minutes left on the clock to get a point.
Yeah, there's stickies on the saw. Haven't been cleared yet. Just got cleared by Ray. Yup. Could have walked into those, but managed to not do that. Looks like TSM wants to send it through window. And Raygun already falling. Fancy Sun bombing into the lower area, putting a lot of damage onto the combo. Sunny following it up, gets that force up. That's both soldiers in this countdown for the side of Amsterdam. TSM is going to want to take this into last, but Weedwhacker hitting the arrow, killing Yop. That's crazy. That's going to really stifle his push, but Sasuke's already in through a different doorway, has stickies on point. Demo and
look
soldier.
at the point time. Look at the cap time.
What an arrow by Weedwhacker, but it doesn't matter. TSM fully committed to all the doorways and showed how to really pressure cooker last.
I honestly really loved the play that Rave did, was just bombing directly into them and just kind of forcing them to be an issue. While Weedwhacker did get an impressive arrow kill on Yop somehow, just distracting all of the remaining people on Hamsterdam, just so Sasuke could just get on point. Honestly brilliant as we head into the third mid. Yet again, the score is tied 1-1 in this first half here. 22 minutes left on the clock, getting into the mid, and both of these teams are wanting to respect each other, and we're going to see another big double soldier bomb, but Rave is going to get both of them! Oh, Rave is on a 3K right now, getting Ray Gun as well, and that's going to be Hamsterdam retreating, and oh, TSM is going to be taking this to the bank.
Definitely Amsterdam already in lobby. Demoman and Scout and Medic just running it all the way back to last. They don't even want to show their faces in second. That's going to be even Ubers with TSM in the driver's seat by controlling the second point. Rave just went in immediately, died, but the sentry gun went down. I wonder if Rave is a good sniper. I don't think I've ever seen him play that, but it looks like there is a counter stack. Fancy Sun running through Cheese, being chased by both Scouts actually. Gets cleaned up.
Honestly, being chased by both Scouts, we did see YBT actually trying to chase something. The demo was alone there. Definitely could have been pressured, but wanted to play it safe, understanding that you're already on your last. It is even Ubers, and Apt's just gonna go run in there and die. Possibly just an intentional feed, just wanting to respawn on something. But again, Rave is also gonna go down. That's gonna be two picks, uncontested, unanswered. And we already have Sunny all the way in the back. Aptus is not going to be coming up as anything. And they're already out in this bout, and they're already out in bats. And the Uber was forced on both sides. Yop having to pop a little bit earlier. Strom is gonna trade with Sunny here, but all the position belongs here to Amsterdam. We do see Sasuke all the way and under, trying to find something, going to last directly with the paint train, bringing in a lot of eyes, getting a lot of cap time, but not going to be finding anything there.
Yeah, I really love that play. He recognized that if he died, there would be the safety play with the spy. They might be telegraphing it too hard, though, trying to bait Amsterdam into doing something dumb. They could always just leave someone at last. I don't know if I agree with sending Apt in there, but looks like that's what they decided. Amsterdam pressuring in, sending YBT through the doorway of bats, and Amsterdam's just playing the point. Ray Basie's trying to stall for time. Strom is still in lower, but there's a player on last, so that spy play might not be able to work out, but it actually looks like TSM doesn't need that. They just bullied Amsterdam out. What a great play by Sasuke, doing a bunch of damage on that point. Yeah, Strom catching a rocket, so now Amsterdam is aware there is a spot.
A little bit unfortunate from Strom. I saw the idea of winning a back cap, but, Amsterdam played that really well, just leaving Sunny on last. And Rave did as well, honestly. TSM just wanting to contest second as much, and they even won the drive fight. Ray gonna go down. Sunny's 11 HP on the flank. It's even Ubers at this point. Right now we have... Oh, goodness me. honestly really great. It looks like Sunny's just gonna be hanging around here, wanting to take a few fights, but stuck here behind enemy lines in Saw. Is gonna be pinched here shortly. But again, with so many eyes being peered away, and is also gonna trade with Rave. That's honestly a pretty fair trade, especially for HAMSTERDAM here. It's gonna buy you a little bit of time. There's only a minute left before the round resets as well.
Yeah, I want to see TSM might not want to give this opportunity up. Might to try to take some sort of aggressive play here, but right now they're just waiting for their player to show up. Looks like they're going to now start trying to pressure Bats and Bridge to get into lobby. There is Yop in lobby already. Let's see what TSM has in store for us, as Sasuke starting off by spamming top right, but Rave tried to walk through that same doorway and just goes down, patching the pipe from Mike. Mouse Cakes as well. That's going to be 2 down, but Fancy Sun falls to kind of trade it out. Strong going down makes it 3v5 right now, and TSM is looking to take an Uber exchange with Magic, as the scouts are having an MGE fight right now, but Sasuke, who's caught out, he's on Bats alone, far away from his medic. Uber comes out for Weed Whacker. The Uber is going to be much better here for Yop, but it's only a single scout. Brave AC's trying to bomb into lobby, but he's at very low HP. Magic able to catch out YBT.
How is Magic alive? Wow, that's honestly insane, but despite the both pushes, this round is going to stalemate, and we are going to be going straight back to mid. 17 minutes left on the clock. A little bit unfortunate. It was honestly looking pretty promising for HAMSTERDAM there. They did have all the frags, they had everything, they just didn't put any emphasis on the point.
Yeah, definitely. This mid, we've been seeing a lot of aggression from the side of HAMSTERDAM. I'm actually going to be watching Apt. He's been doing a great job denying the soldiers. Looks like just starting out as scouts normally do, pistoling across the point. Both teams right now playing slow. TSM kind of taking the top left, but there is the bomb from Sunny. Scouts opting to shoot the other scout. Brings up Fancy Sun, but it's actually TSM who's going to fall victim to this mid. Bounce Cake just walked across point, hit every sticky and pipe, and just obliterated TSM. Last mid we saw HAMSTERDAM try the same play, but TSM denied it. This time the demo walked across point and really made it get into a great play.
Yeah, the double shoulder bomb, especially one shoulder went incredibly high up, got everyone's eyes and attention, and you just saw, and we just saw Fancy Sun just bomb directly in. But Weed Whacker also did go down in that mid. Strom was able to salvage a little bit, but looks like Weed Whacker is gonna go up on crits here, understanding that it builds faster. So, wanting to play that advantage a little bit. It does actually have the advantage pushing into the second right here. The health isn't all that great, and we are going to see Sasuke go down instantly. The demo going down in the second hole isn't going all that great, and looks like everyone's going to be retreating. Strom is behind, going to be bombing in directly on the point, is going to find YBT, but barely leaves his ray gun, does that, and it's just find the final pistol kill.
Yeah, HAMSTERDAM has their crit advantage, and it doesn't look like TSM's prepared.
Oh, Yop!
Great sticky gets the kill onto Yop, and Reagan trying to just make everything he can happen here as Mouse Cake runs across point, killing Apt, who is on heavy. What a great play by HAMSTERDAM, just going up on that Uber advantage. I was a little worried for them because they had to take it into last, but they found the perfect timing.
Yeah, it seemed to be they're very much proactive here, not wanting to play the even Ubers. Understanding that we let it go to stalemate once. We don't want that anymore. So let's just switch guns, and the crits worked out perfectly. Yop was the first casualty there, and that was basically it. With no heals, all you have to do is play the little bit of a patient game. You're just gonna take that round, and hopefully, and looks like they're gonna be trying to take this other one. Going into the direct mid, we do see a big bomb onto Mouse Cake. Mouse Cake is going to go down, trading for Strom here. But at the same time, ooh, Sunny is also going to be going down. We do see Fancy Sun all the way in the back, not going to be a part of the fight anymore, but is also a lingering threat as TSM does take this mid here.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, what TSM wants. Sasuke already walking in through soft, putting stickies onto this point so his team can come forward. We might be seeing an Uber exchange, but Apt ran in through lower on his own, is drawing a lot of eyes as Rave AC bombs in, killing Raygun. What a great play by him. Rave AC still not being cleaned up yet. What a great play, killing that scout. But somehow Fancy Sun moving behind, gets the force off onto Yop. Now it's TSM who is really at the disadvantage here. It looks like they're not even going to try to keep drawing. They just want to go back to mid and try to force it off there.
Honestly, Fancy Sun's long play worked out really well. Weed Whacker right now, it looks like they're wanting to go in through Saw. We do see Sasuke throwing in some stickies there, trying to discourage them, you know, trying to buy a little bit of time, but it's not going to be enough. And, oh, they're going directly into Kitchen, but really good force coming in from Strom yet again, forcing Weed Whacker once more. Raven's going to go down. That's going to be no soldiers, but we do see Apt all the way in the background, killing Fancy Sun, trying to overextend, but also is going to go down. So that's going to be 3 down on the side of TSM, as they are going to be giving up mid and possibly even having to concede this second.
Yeah, definitely. Sunny already bombing in onto the fence area. Sasuke trying to take a 1v1 with him, and actually pays off for him so far. Sunny just getting caught out. Got Sasuke down to 5 HP, but the Chad demo play hit it off. Brave AC bombing in, taking the ground lower, and now TSM has the opportunity to push with both Uber and player advantage. Looks like they're going to be trying to walk in through the big saw door. No stickies here. Brave just bombs immediately in, making space for his team as the Scout and Sasuke run across point. And almost looked like there was going to be an Uber taken by Magic there. Decides against it.
Yeah, with no demo here, there's going to be no traps you have to be worrying about, and Raygun being such a late death is also going to be providing good opportunities for big soldier bombs. We do see YPT going down as well. That's going to be no scouts. This Uber is going to be pretty moot in a little bit. We do see a little bit of a force here, but Sunny and Fancy Sun are going to be going down. And oh goodness, we see Magic getting a little bit overzealous there in the lobby, trying to find something on Weed Whacker, but isn't going to find anything. So the Uber advantage, actually, the Ubers are relatively even here, surprisingly enough. You know, despite being forced onto their last. And again, we're going to be going into another stalemate here. 3 minutes on the clock for the round, 11 minutes and 50 seconds for the match, or at least this first half here, as you know, HAMSTERDAM do take the are leading 2-1.
Yeah, definitely. Fancy Sun spawning up on Spy. I wonder if he's checking off classes or if he's staying on it. Looks like he is going to be staying on it all the way through lower already, behind the enemy team.
It's honestly crazy because he's not using Cloak and Dagger. He's using a regular Invis Watch. So this is all going to be dedicated to time. Fancy Sun is all the way back, but they're already being pushed into the last. Rave is going to go down to a sentry. We do see Mouse Cake going down. That's also a big kill, but oh, dropping 3 players is not necessarily the look that you want, especially with the Spy on board. Yop is about to be backstabbed. We do see a big distraction, and that's going to be a drop coming in from Fancy Sun, but also finding another backstab. Is going to be killed off by Magic, but he's going to be the only one left, trying to find literally anything else. Weed Whacker just dancing on his grave, and that's going to be an excellent push out of last coming in from HAMSTERDAM.
Yeah, Strom spawning on Sniper. Not much else to say about that. Having your medic die like that is incredibly sad and can be tilting. Let's see what TSM has in them. Get back. Damn, full Uber advantage, taking mid cleanly. We're going to have to see TSM put up some sort of resistance on the second point, and having your Sniper on bats is one way to do that.
Yeah, big vision all around. You get good vision onto lower, you get good vision from Saw, so it's definitely gonna be really worrying. You do see Strom looking to wanting to take a peek and out. We do see a big shot being coming out, but looks like they decided to Uber early, bombing in everyone onto the point, and everyone's gonna be retreating except for Rave, who loses his life on the way towards last. And again, looks like we went coast to coast. The situation is now reversed with TSM pushing on to HAMSTERDAM pushing on to TSM's last, and possibly could end the half right here.
Definitely, TSM looks like they want to push out, trying to pressure the soldier off of the fence. And Sasuke's job is to take this Uber, bomb straight into lower, but he goes so far, he can't be caught in time. But it's actually Mousecake who trades out with him, and Broke going down too gives the advantage of players to TSM. But it looks like Magic maybe went too far, maybe miscommunication, takes a 1v5 and loses it.
A big, massive Uber advantage here for Weed Whacker. And looks like they are going to give up second here, but they are wanting to contest it. We do see a big bomb coming in from Fancy Sun, getting big damage onto Yop. Strom is also going to be going down. And looks like we do have a little bit of a back tap coming in from App, taking a 1v2 here on mid, but is going to be shut down by Mousecake. And again, full Uber here for the side of blue, full numbers advantage as well. It's not looking too pretty. This might be curtains for them as they do push into the last. We do have a little bit of a heavy. Wanting to distract. Looks like they're going to be kiting from left spawn to right spawn, but it's not looking out too well. The Uber is over. Yop is still alive, still healing. Raygun's going to be going down in this last push, and it's just going to be a game of cat and mouse. Who's going to commit first? Who's going to do anything? Fancy Sun getting absolutely denied, being pushed towards the ceiling. Yop is going to be getting Uber here with 2 people down. Both of them are going to be respawning by the time that TSM do actually elect to go on to second. But again, it is a precarious time. We do see a big bomb from Sunny. It's going to be landing. It's going to be forcing out the Uber. Rave is also going to go down. Unfortunate in the push. And they do have second here, but for how long?
Yeah, Apt looking to deny this bomb from Fancy Sun, but TSM doesn't even want to stay in. They think Hamsterdam already has Uber, even though they don't. Strom is going to be trying to force it off by bombing onto the point. He hits front rocket, but nothing else for him. So that's going to be Uber advantage and player advantage for Hamsterdam. They are taking it towards the lower side right now. Looks like they're just demo bombing straight through with their scout. Mousecake landing towards the top left area, putting stickies onto the doorway. Yop does fall to YBT, and that's going to be Magic falling as well to a great fight by Mousecake.
Oh, it's all up to Rave here, and Rave's just going to be melted by everyone onto Hamsterdam, and they're going to be taking this first half 3-1 in a very back and forth, but at the very end, it was very dominant. They definitely did have a better...
Oh, Isn't this the Banny camp?
Oh, this is the Banny... Excuse me. Yeah, this is just a one half. This is a one half going straight. First to 5 or best of 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's the Banny comp. Looks like Sasuke spamming across onto the side of Amsterdam. Strom's going to be starting off this mid by skipping across, hitting a lot of damage onto Weedwhacker. Rave AC trying to follow it up by jumping into lower, and he actually cleans up the medic. Weedwhacker, what a great play by Rave AC, but on the other side, Yop does fall. Sasuke's trying to salvage. He's in the enemy kitchen, and I don't think they know. I think Sasuke just walked behind on demo, and no one saw him.
That's honestly a pretty chaotic mid. 6 minutes left on this clock, and TSM kind of might be grasping at straws here. They did lose Yop there, so it is going to be...
He just spawn capped the med.
Oh, never mind. Never mind about the even Ubers comment. We do see Sunny hiding underneath here in lower, and Sasuke is going to be killed by Mousecake, but I don't necessarily know. Demo for med, that I think most teams would take that trade any day of the week.
Yeah, looks like Sunny's behind somehow. No, yup, just there it is. Maybe Sasuke will somehow kill the medic again and turn it back, but for now, TSM's on Uber disadvantage. Apt falling means that Hamsterdam's going to kind of just have a free push to the second point, as everyone for TSM is just immediately leaving besides, Rave AC following it out.
Yeah, this is looking pretty precarious. Down 2 whole rounds, 3-1. Right now, Hamsterdam do have the Uber advantage and also just the numbers advantage. We do see Magic on Engineer. We do see Apt on Heavy, Strom on Sniper. There's going to be full off classes. We are in Europe right now. We're going to be turtling this last as long as possible. But with Weedwhacker at 95%, this could be one more nail to the coffin as we go in. And Strom is going to crater before anything happens at last. Sentry's going to be going down instantly. The poor gun, everyone's going to be pushed onto the corner. They're putting a lot of cap time. Both scouts on the point. That's going to be big frags. Apt's going to be going down. It's all up to Yup. And it's going to be 4-1 match point here for Hamsterdam as they do take another convincing and dominant round.
Definitely. We saw TSM put Amsterdam on their last several times, weren't able to close it out. We really need to see TSM win a mid and take a round to get them back in it. Looks like both teams, of course, still just rolling out. I want to see what's going to go on this mid. I want to see the Devil Soldier high bombs and I just want to see what these teams can do. Looks like Fancy Sun's going to be starting it off by bombing into Kitchen. Raven's following him up, a little bit of an unconventional mid, setting 2 behind. Sunny's bombing across as TSM runs across, finds a great bomb. Sunny's just cleaning these players up. No one is even looking at him, finding his first kill after doing a bunch of damage. Magic trying to chase Weedwhacker into lower, but...
That's a full wipe?
Yeah.
Honestly, big props to Weedwhacker. Weedwhacker got bombed by both soldiers and managed to survive. Not only that, but his health was over 100 the entire time, which is honestly crazy. And again, this could be curtains. This could be the big curtain call. 3 minutes left on the clock. The comeback is looking unlikely, having to take for at least 3 rounds to tie it up to go to possible overtime. And without Uber, and with massive Uber disadvantage, and you know, HAMSTERDAM already poised, pushing directly in. Sentry is going to be going down. We are going to see a little bit of cap time. Big flash coming in from Weeb, and looks like everyone thinks he's going to be collapsing onto the point. And we do see Sasuke and Strom going down. Oh, but the trades, everything's happening, but they focused on the point instead. That's going to be 5-1. HAMSTERDAM is going to be the winner of this match, and looks like everyone's already leaving. Looks like they weren't necessarily satisfied with the play, with how they played, and it's a little bit unfortunate. There was promises being showed all over by TSM, but you know, HAMSTERDAM just kind of showed a little bit of cleaner gameplay all around the board.
Yeah, definitely. TSM had a lot of opportunities to win rounds, had them on last several times. Unfortunately, weren't able to close it out. Great game by both teams. Do you want to briefly look at the logs, Fleskore?
Yeah, I'm just going to be hunting those down at the current moment. All right, so just looking at these logs, 26 minutes, 5 seconds. It was a little bit of a back and forth. We do see YBT top fragging for his team, but doesn't necessarily have the most impressive DPM. Mouse Cake top DPMing over here, 20 frags, 8 deaths, 278 DPM, 2 air shots. That's the real stat that matters, honestly. The only player that actually got air shots this entire match. Just wowie, and not to mention just ignoring all the frags, going over to the medics. We do see Yup actually did have more healing per minute at 1123 as opposed to Weedwhacker's 1117, but the Ubers are what mattered here. We see 13 Uber charges for Weeb, 1 Kritzkrieg, as opposed to Yop's 8, plus also we do have another drop as well. So you did everything you could, TSM. It's just a little bit unfortunate. You're playing against probably the best medic in the division, and this is probably just an average day for Weedwhacker. Honestly, I don't even want to like toot his own horn, but there was definitely a little bit of a difference. But Yop did play phenomenal for an up and coming, relatively unknown, at least for here in the casting table. You did phenomenal. You did the best you could, but better luck next time. And don't necessarily take it too bad. We did see, honestly, HAMSTERDAM already did play Snake this week. They actually won actually won 5-1 again against Anglerfish Retirement Home. So
yeah, everyone.
What can you say?
Make sure to stay tuned in the future because Fireside's gonna cast this week and next week, of course, continuing on casting Highlander as well as Sixes, Amateur as well as Advanced and Invite. So stay tuned for all of that. And of course, shout out to Swifty Servers. They are one of our sponsors. They are really bringing back high quality servers as well as great customer support that's kind of been missing on the TF2 server side for a while now, but Swifty Servers bringing it back.
Yeah, big shout outs. I'm not sure if you have any individual shout outs for anyone else. If you do, go ahead and name them out.
Yes, I will shout out our production for today's match, Doctor_.
Yeah, of course. The most wonderful and handsome Doctor Underscore here. Thank you for being on production here, and overall just being production for Fireside, as well as CEO or Josh, as everyone used to know him. Thank. I don't really have anything else to say. Really, it was a pretty fast match. I wasn't necessarily expecting such a steamroll, but it happens. It is still early in the season. Both, TSM definitely can bounce back. Um, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for tuning in to another Fireside Cast match here. I was Fleskore. I was joined here by DeltaMarket,
Yep.
and we'll be catching you next time.